All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever state, whatever city, whatever country that you are listening to me from. My name is Shofu Babalola Theophilus, and you are listening to the number one pest control um, radio station, the Pest Experience Show. This is the Pest Experience Show brought to you by Pest Insights Initiative, hosted by myself, Shofu Babalola Theophilus, and you're welcome to the Pest Experience Show. Tonight is going to be another wonderful night. It's basically an open mic session. When I mean open mic section, it means that everybody has the ability to talk, and it's important that we get to know what exactly it is on your own side, right? Tonight, I don't have a guest. My audience are basically the guests for tonight. And we're going to be talking about, discussing rather, and addressing key challenges in the industry, most especially in Nigeria. But I'm sure that most of the things that we're going to be talking about or discussing about basically also cut across other states, other city, other country, and it's called the Pestxperience Roundtable discussion. So, I mean, for every single one who are watching me on YouTube right now, and my favorite audience who are tuned in and used to the Pest Experience Show, the roundtable discussion that are listening to me on Zoom right now. So if you're not on Zoom on the roundtable discussion, if you want to participate, probably you're watching this video after the live session, please join the community, join the Pest Experience community so you can get the direct link, the Zoom link. It's a special enclosed Zoom link for every audience of the Pest Experience Show. Tonight we're going to be addressing some key challenges. The key most important aspect is the regulations, policies, regulations, industry policies, regulations. So we're also going to be addressing some certain issues with product effectiveness, manufacturers addressing key things, people experiences also in the market field in terms of attracting clients, also closing deals. What are your various experiences? So it means that every audience out here can unmute and let's talk about the challenges you're experiencing, the solutions that you've imputed into it and solving the key challenges. I share my own thoughts too also. And remember, usually I say that when you are joining the Pest Experience Show, if this is your first time, please have a jotter. Have a jotter for the Pest Experience Show. If you don't have a jotter, reach out to me. I'm going to send you our Pest Insight jotter. Send it to you, excuse me, as a guest of the Pest Experience. I'm going to send it to you. We have that in abundance here. I'm going to send it to you. So please have a jotter for the Pest Experience Show where you get to learn. People would share from their various experiences and we start to implement. I created the roundtable discussion for one major reason, which is the fact that we don't want to just keep on talking about the problem. We need to look at solutions. And then one thing I've noticed is that the industry is wild in the sense that the problem I'm experiencing, somebody else has experienced it and has solved it. And there is a strategy, right? So there is always an insider information. There's a strategy that's being used. So this is the show where we tend to look at those strategies that has been implemented before and what we can do moving forward. Like I said, we're going to be focusing on key challenges, like the regulations, regulatory procedures, policies, also market survey, what the market is saying, right? So if you're joined right now, I have Mr. Yomi Amza listening on Zoom, connecting on Zoom right now. Thank you very much for joining. Like it's open mic, so I mean you can also introduce yourself, sir, Mr. Yomi.
Maga, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good to have you on the show.
How was your day, sir?
Yeah, we thank God. We thank God.
Thanks for the other days. I'm good. I'm so grateful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you
I'm
very
with you,
much.
sir.
All right. So before we get started, we're still waiting for people to join the Zoom. Before you get started, I would like you. I mean, you've been watching the Pest Experience. I mean, when we met in Lagos few days ago at the Pecan monthly meeting, you mentioned some parts of my previous show, and I was actually like surprised, like, wow, so you listen to it, and I see that you're actually implementing what we talk about. There's a part you mentioned about vector management. I think that was Mr. Edward Overt's session. He talked about vector management, and you just I mean during the conversation you just mentioned that stuff, and I mean it got to me. I'm like, oh wow, so you are really learning. So what do you have to say with the first experiential? I think let's start from there first.
Yeah. Good evening, sir, once again. Yeah.
Yep.
See,
Good evening, sir.
let's start with my own this thing. I started this self control training services. I joined the company in 1994. That is
Wow.
all I think. All I think I so they were into cleaning and self control services. So I spent about that is going to that is 3 years with all I think. So when I left there, I joined another cleaning company again, which is a clean jack. So from there, I moved to another cleaning company again.
Wow.
So I think I've worked so far with four different cleaning and pest control companies. So, but one thing I realized about this is, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Rotmas. I think
Great.
he has really done a great job for us in this industry.
Yeah.
You see,
Yes.
sometimes one of the things that I realized about this industry is that sometimes it's not a matter of how long you've been in the business.
True.
You may have spent 10, 20 years with experience in the business without not achieving enough, enough, how will I put it, uh, enough knowledge
Mm-hmm.
about the business. So that's why I said it's not a matter of how much years you have spent in the business. What matters is what did you gain out of
True.
those years? Are you getting me?
Yes. Yes.
So
Perfectly well.
now, you see, it got to a point that I started having issue with local government people. Are you getting me?
Yes.
I started having issue with the local government issue. You know, at the end of the day, I was tired. You know, I can't just you know manage the institution anymore. So later, I came to know about LASEPA too. Then you have to get LASEPA certificate before you can do this, before you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me?
Yes. I'm with
So,
you.
but I summoned the courage. Okay, I went to LASEPA and he told me that this kind of technical I'm going to use. You know, at the end of the day, I registered LASEPA. So there was a time, there was a time I went there that I said, okay, I want to renew my certificate, my paper certificate. So on getting there, they requested for the training certificate, whatever. I was like, training certificate. With my
Hmm.
years of experience in this okay, I said I don't have any. So, but they directed me to Ultimate Integrated Coaching, which I did. So I went there, you know, I got there, they asked me series of questions, which I did. So, but Mr. Tolu Caleb now told me he fixed a date, you know, with me that I should come for the training. After then, I went for the training then. I learned so many things. I was like, so upon my experience in this business. So there are some things that I've never even come across. at all in my entire experience.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I kept everything to myself. I continued. So the next training that we did, I attended to, meeting people alone, it's really, sharing one or two experiences with each other, it really,
Exactly.
moved me. So I was like, honestly, I said it in my own mind though that I don't think I've achieved a lot in this business. I don't think in fact, with my experience, I don't think I know anything. That's the way I judge myself. Oh. So by the time I started come across different chemicals,
Mm-hmm.
imported ones, mostly I'm really used to the one we have here in Nigeria. Are you getting me?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to lie about this whole thing. Honestly, I really appreciate Mr. Solukele, and may God
True.
continue to bless him. He is a kind
Amazing.
of person. In fact, he's not. He's a kind of person that really want people to learn.
Yes. Yes. I
Are you
agree.
getting me?
Yes.
He doesn't hide things. He doesn't hide things from us.
Mm-hmm.
Any new experience that you got like this, you posted everything on the platform. Ask question about it. From there, I started having more interest in this pest control business. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So from there, you know, the issue of aircon, that if you don't have aircon, this and that one to came in. Ah, also, this thing really wide like this or more. What am I going to do now? So I
Hmm.
have to start, brainstorming. Okay, let me see how I can, do collaboration with people. Are you getting me? From
Yes.
there, I asked Mr. Tolu, how much is it going to cost me, or do you know anybody that can meet, you know, how I can get the Aerocon, which is Aircon now.
Mm-hmm.
So he introduced the lady to me, and I called the person. In fact, presently now, I think we've gotten our own Aircon certificate
Yeah, your consultant.
letter.
Okay, your license
Honestly,
letter.
and
Okay.
I don't know how to say.
Yes, they'll send you a
Yes,
notification of
yes, yes, yes,
approval.
we've gotten it now. So we are only waiting for our permit. Are you
Great.
getting it? So
Great.
I would like to thank the charisma job. So I really, in fact, with my 30 years experience, over 30 years experience, I will have, I don't know how it will have been for me if I
Hmm.
didn't meet the charisma, honestly. Because the
Great.
guy has really helped us in this industry. In fact, one of the things that the last time there was a time that this organization, this EFAN, this body,
Yeah.
EFAN body,
Mm-hmm.
environmental professional.
Okay,
So
EPAN. Yes.
EFAN, yes, uh, today they were to do the inauguration.
Yeah,
I
in Lagos.
attended. So in Lagos, I think that Ikoyi inside the run bar for work. So I attended. So Mr. Rotman too came. At least with our national president, Mr. Akin.
Yes, Mr. Samuel.
So
Dr. Samuel.
everybody was very, but I was elected among the experts too that very day. I wanted to reject it that because due to my busy schedule, but Mr. Rotman said that I must take it that I'm representing the private sector.
True.
Well, I couldn't reject the offer again. I just had to take it like that. Uh, I was so happy to be part of the effort of the organization. In fact,
That's
honestly,
that's great.
I'm really happy. apart from the issue we are having with the local government stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I think so far so good. I think that it's a nice because the local government issue, I think it is something that the second body need to do something about it.
Okay,
So
so we're going to talk extensively about the
they are
issue in
not
terms
really
of
they are not really helping us among professors.
so we're going to talk about that extensively moving forward. But first thing first, I need to also give a good kudos to Mr. Dr. Tolu Opekile
Hello?
for, can you hear me? So I need to also give a quick
Yeah,
kudos to
I can hear you now.
Dr.
Okay.
Tolulope Caleb for his great support and works he has done in the industry. He's basically creating more awareness, also helping young people, business owners get directions, especially people who in the industry. There are so many people that are mentors today that have definitely passed through his academy, right? The likes of Prof. Prof has been part of a key part of Rotimax Training Academy. I think Mr. Udiji the Fortune also was also a student of his academy to many and a host of many others, many others, pest control companies that I mean that's a great milestone, and thank you very much for, I mean, probably you're going to watch this video, or someone is going to send it. I mean, so, I mean, thank you very much for what you're doing in the industry. I've also been, in connect with you several times, and that's a great work so far. Um, that's fantastic. So now I'm going to drop a poll. I'm going to drop a poll right now, and the poll is basically to address some key questions. So you can click on the answers. It's just a single poll. Uh, let me launch it now. So when you're done, like just pick the ones that relate with you. Then in less than 10 seconds, it's gonna go off. Then can we all see the poll? Great. All right. Okay. So I'm going to start with the poll. So the poll says, what is your biggest challenge right now? And we have resistance, pricing, regulations, and 100% of people chose client. Client. So we're going to start with that particular challenge. So let me end the poll. We're going to start with that particular challenge, and it's going to be around, like as usual, roundtable. We look at it together. What exactly the challenges? I give my contribution in that regard. What we're doing, and what some other people are also doing. You can mute your mic and also speak to the challenge, right? So let me share the results right now. Let's see, 100% chose client. Okay. Now, so for as regards clients, what exactly is the challenge? Is it attracting the clients, retaining the clients, or engaging with them? Let's take that. So you can mute your mic and speak. You can mute your mic to drop your quota on that particular challenge. So if it's basically attracting the client, please unmute your mic and speak. Okay. So who chose? Mr. Amza, were you the one that chose client? All right. So I don't know. So in that case, maybe later on you would want to meet and speak. So now, Mr. Amza spoke about something before we get started in terms of clients. He spoke about the fact that um there's a major challenge, and the challenge is regulations, getting local government permits. So, for example, if you're operating in Lagos, this is how the regulatory procedure works. Number one, you need to have an approval from the federal level. You need to get a license from the federal level. When you get a license from the federal level, which is the ECON, Environmental Health Council of Nigeria, ECON itself, that's really critical. Every pest control, environmental health service providers are tagged in the Act, the ECON Act, right? We're all service providers to them, right? Any personal, a single body or a company um, must be registered as an environmental health service provider, right? So when you are registered as a health service provider, then you'll need to get a license, right, from Econ itself. And to get a license, definitely you need an environmental health consultant to be part of your own organization. Then that procedure is a different ballgame. That's one. Then when you have your Econ license, right now in Lagos, this is how it plays out in Lagos. You also need to be part of an association, right? Association is a private body, not a governmental body. So, I mean, it's not compulsory. Let me place it that way. But it is, I would say it is somehow, it should be mandatory if you want to really grow. I'm going to state the reasons based on what Mr. Amza said, right? And the reason is this. He said that based on his own experience, he has been in the industry for over 30 years, practicing in the industry for over 30 years. And there's some information that he has right now that is operating with those informations because he has associated with people. He has gone for trainings, gone for several meetings, and that's the benefit of being a part of an association. So being a part of PECAN, which is the Pest Control Association of Nigeria, which is the umbrella body of pest control operator, right? And now, I mean, you cannot even get ECON if you're not PECAN, right? So it's becoming a necessity, right? So it's important. I mean, the beauty of having an association or be part of an association, either as an associate, a corporate body, or a student association. So there are three categories of being part of PECAN. So for people who want to be part of PECAN, PECAN has a website, www.pecan.ng. Go through there, you see all the membership categories. Then you can select the ones that relate with your own organization. Then register, buy the form. The form now, I think you have to like get the contact on the websites and pull up, call them, call the secretariats, then you're good to go to get started with PECAN. So the beauty of being a part of an association is so that some of the problems that you are probably experiencing, somebody somewhere somehow has experienced it. And in the association, there's a solution already, right? I give a practical example. I mean, one beauty of that that personally, right? Apart from being a member, apart from being the professional body, I'm just saying this for the first time ever, right? I'm saying this for the first time ever on the Pest Experience show. I'm saying this for the first time ever that when I had a surgery, right? When I had a surgery, when I had a surgery about 2 years ago, you know, the members of the association actually pulled out. Like they really supported, right? They really, really supported me. And I had the PRO came to my house here in Ibadan. Like he's based in Lagos. So he came here to my house in Ibadan to check. I got a call from elders in the industry, like the likes of Baba Shomoye, Mr. Yodeji the Fortune, A Mobile, several, in fact, like some people that I don't even know from Adams, like I don't even know them personally myself. They called, they texted, there were so many calls. And that's the beauty of being part of an association. So as a professional person, as a professional operator, service provider, you should be part of an association. It helps you build that collaboration, it helps you build that system, that inclusion that yes, you're involved in something, you're doing something and you're doing it very well. Right. So that's the beauty of being part of an association. So PECAN is number one. So you need to get PECAN registration certificate, right? License, right? And again, local government, which has always been the major challenge for pest control operators, especially the Lagos operator. Um, Based on the 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 National Environmental Act 20 2016, right? It states that when you carry out an operation, you are legally, right, supposed to get a permit. Like I said, supposed, because there's something I want to say. They're supposed to get a permit for the payment of 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. I mean, when I was going through the acts, I mean, what I had at the top of my head was that 10,000 naira. Like, it should not be nothing less than 10,000 naira. Not higher, not lesser. You have some people charging higher. It has been a major problem in the industry um, right now in terms of permit cost with local government, and the local government supposed to actually even charge you for permits. On what basis are they actually charging you for the permit, right? Based on revenue stream, yes, they need to actually get revenue for the local government, yes, which is good because Econ as the umbrella body in Abuja cannot supervise all the 774 local governments, right? Geopolitical zones, right? So you need the local governments to get involved with all those restaurants, hotels, reach out to them, even residential facilities. That's what they call the Wole Wole people as at years ago, right? So even in residential houses, I mean, it's also part of their 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 rights to check in premises because in the act, right, there's an inspection premises act clause there. There's some things that environmental health practitioners, the officers, needs to also check. Is the house habitable for people to stay? Right? Is the premises, the facility habitable for business? Right? Is it habitable for residential or business? That's why sometimes you go to some facilities, some houses that they are built in a very small enclosed. Sometimes you see that it's cancelled, right? Because it's not habitable, right? So that's by the way. Now you also have what they call um you also have you also have regulations in terms of you also have regulations in terms of um, practitioners, right? For practitioners. So when a commercial facility, when let's say for example, a service provider gets a commercial job, right? And you are meant to service a residential, a restaurant and hotel. You are meant to, based on law, also give them a certificate it's called certificate of disinfestation in the act, right? A certificate of disinfestation or public health or vector control treatments done, a certificate needs to be issued immediately, according to the act, immediately to the facility. Now, the local government would issue a permit based on 2016 Act. The payment is not supposed to be higher than 10,000 naira. But it was now amended in 2024 without any fee. That's where the problem is. That's where the dilemma and the entire problem that we are facing now in the industry is. Because when we had this discussion at the last Pest Control Association of Nigeria meeting, PECAN, it was stated that it was stated that um, the law, Mr. Ayodeji Fortune said that the law is ambiguous. And when the law is ambiguous, it becomes a problem. You can't even break it. You can't fluctuate it. So it's not ending anywhere. So it gives any of the local government any charge. So that's why you see a local government will tell you that you should pay, you should you should pay you should pay 20,000. You will see another local government to tell you to pay 10,000. you see another one to tell you to pay 250,000, especially on the island, those ones. If you're servicing on the island, 200, 300, that's the way they charge for it. And it should not be so. So these are the things that I want us to. I know Mr. Hamza has some experience in that regards. If there's anyone also that has some experiences in that regards, let's look at what exactly can we um do based on your own experience in this matter of permits and a fixed fee. What exactly do you think can be done in that route? Mr. Hamza, do you have anything to say on that? Okay, not sure he's here. Okay, so that's been said. So there is that major issue with the 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 permits, local government permits. Although, okay, I think you might. Okay, so you can go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me properly, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. See, yeah. One of the solutions that I think that can help us is for second to fight for, for everybody.
Mm.
Honestly, that is that because you know that there was a time I went to one local government. I told her that that I'm a member of the second. One of the guy I met told me that they have any issue with the second. Is one of their business. He said, I think they don't even recognize second. The guy was telling me that second is only meant for retired environmentalist. Like someone like him now, and he retired, it is feel like he can take second. You know,
Mm.
I felt bad for such a comment.
Wow.
Are you really getting me? So I don't want to
Yes,
mention the
yes.
local government, but so I felt bad. So you people don't recognize second. Sometimes they don't recognize legal state too as well. Are you getting me?
Sorry,
Is there
what
any
do you say?
local
I didn't get that. So they don't recognize Lagos State. That's La Sepa. Is that what you mean?
yeah, they don't recognize it. Sometimes when you
Wow.
give the to a particular time, they will
Hmm.
tell them that they have no issue with the second. They are supposed to be the one to issue the certificate to do the job. So they don't have you know, that was the day you know, I thought of, getting forgetting about the paper or whatever. But there's no way we can do without legal state involvement. So I just decided to just take the last one, the last certificate collected from the paper. So the only way out for us is second organization to fight for this. That is the only way out. It's not an individual thing. It's
Yeah.
ordinary person cannot. So it is it is that of the organization. Probably we'll do that through lawyer. I don't know. Eh?
Hmm.
Okay, now you want to do 50,000 naira job. They ask you to go and bring for a 40,000 naira. So how do you want to survive that?
And
Eh?
what really got my attention when we had that meeting on
I'm sorry, sir. The
you
last one,
yes.
sorry, sir. The last one, there is one I collected from a particular local government. The guy wrote on the permit that is only for that particular job that
Hmm.
I'm going to do. Like if I should have any other job in that jurisdiction, I must come back to their office, to collect another permit, which I paid 50,000 naira for. You can imagine that.
Wow. Wow.
So it's annoying. It's annoying. And most of this money, the revenue, they are getting all this revenue from the private company. So what is their contribution to the what's it called? The way forward for the
Exactly.
private sector competition. It's as if they don't have anything to contribute. Are you
You know,
getting? Are you
like,
getting me?
yes, yes.
And then
When I
there's this job they can't do it alone.
Yes. So when I was going through the Act of 2016, also went through Econ Act, the
Hello?
amended. Can you hear me? So when I was going through the Econ Act, the
Yeah.
Gazette, the Federal Ministry of Environment, amended acts, and several things. So I started to see that with the way the law itself is a little bit, it's a little bit dicey in the sense that there are so many there are clauses that are not really properly explained. And if a law is not explained, it becomes too ambiguous. Then it becomes so easy to get manipulated around it. So Mr. Ayodeji D. Fortune has tried 4 years battling with a particular local government for long
I
individually.
heard everything.
And so it's like I agree with you totally. It's not a one man thing. It has to be a collaborative effort. And funny enough is how every one of us is actually either you are just joining the industry, you have been in the industry for years, they're also still experiencing this same problem. And if we continue this way, it's just like when they say our children will still suffer from the same thing. So there is a need for that was the same statement that was made at the meeting, that if we are not careful, it becomes a routine and it becomes a norm. Then you eventually keep on paying on, I mean, for jobs that you literally don't even make very good profit out of it. Then you still have to get licenses. So what really amazes me is the fact that you have to get license from the federal, you get from the state, you also get from the local government, and you still have to pay tax. So you're having over fourth pool or
And the consultant
fifth.
as well.
Your consultants too is another money on its own. So there is
Because
a
without
need
your
to.
consultant, you can't do anything.
Yes, you can't. That one is a necessity. Having a consultant in your own operation, in fact, your consultant should actually be part of your team. That's a necessity. But when we look at it in total, we need to actually now understand what is also the advantage for the pest control, the service provider itself, to be able to perform properly well. I mean, I'm looking forward to having sessions. Okay, I'm seeing someone say hello. Flourish Christ, do you have anything to say, sir?
Yes, I
Okay.
have something to say.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Ah, no, can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Very well, sir.
Oh, okay, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for making this platform available for us to discuss.
It's true.
Um, concerning what concerning what you were saying, I think listening all this that you are we discussed it at second training many times.
True.
So in fact, they brought the EHO people to the environmental health officer talked about it, but it seems that there is no headway. Like you said, you pay for federal, you pay for the LASEPA, that one is not strong when it comes to local government. They don't even acknowledge that. If
Hmm.
you carry LASEPA to local government, they will chase you out, except you are, what do you call it, except you are partying with them, except they know you or they want to give you they just want to favor you. The only thing they recognize is second, you know.
True.
But this has been discussed several times at forum, our training. I don't know what the kind of currently about it, but it's a big pay. Some you have to pay 50, some 150, some basically, yes, you are going now for marketing. These people too, they have their own what do you call it, company. There
Yeah.
are people are fronting for them. Some they threaten you so well that some they said the local government has contracted it out. You know, so
Hmm.
where do we go from this? Like you said, it's very clear, but they said states. and the local government has the autonomy to determine what and what is to be done within their territory.
Yeah.
So I don't know which way forward to do. So I don't know whether it's the federal law that is the most important, or the state, or the federal. But all this thing has been discussed several times at the forum. But I'm yet to see any changes anyway. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Like you said, sir, it has been said this topic that we are talking about tonight has been addressed in several forums, but never yielded a very good or moving forward solution. So one thing
Sorry.
that I see, yes,
So the question should be that what should we do? Like
exactly.
in
So
the
I
case
was
of the
going,
portable,
yes,
like the case of the portable, you can imagine. Our Papa say nobody, and I think the association should try and do something about that, because they cannot just say nobody, that they cannot allow anybody. It's not, that's not how things work, you know. Even if they have their own prefer whatever, they can make it
mm-hmm,
open for the people, you know. But you now say nobody, and the case has been on for, like you say now, almost how many years now, you
exactly,
know. So I don't know what association is doing about that, because in Yoruba they say motomoto no ye kan. It's
exactly,
one way or the other. It's one way. It will be one way or the other come to your turn. Maybe you know
true,
somebody in any of the company. They say, okay, okay, you can do. Oh yeah, come and do now. But if we are not putting voice together now to condemn it, and to actually know what to do now, it will be a problem. It will be a problem.
true.
So please, which way forward? Well, I mean, what's the way forward rather?
So
So thank
for
you.
me, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, because we need to actually look at the way forward. And I feel like first thing first, we talked about states. Even in the act, the amended or the gazetted act or the law never recognized um the states. So it's always the local governments, like the local territories that is always in this in any of the documents, the law itself. So it is quite important that first thing first, all the bodies, the regulators, the judiciary system, the associations needs to actually come together on a roundtable discussion like this and now address it one after the other. Because the more we just keep dilly-dallying and talking about it, nothing will be done. So there need to be first a review on the law. The act needs to be reviewed because you have officers practicing what they are supposed to be regulating, right? So if the regulators are doing the job, then somewhat, some way, somehow, we are going to be losing out opportunities because they can go sanction the facility and tell them that, oh, you know what, you guys are not supposed to do this, do this, do this, and they just issue refer another their own company to do the job. And funny enough is I've actually seen several cases of clients who say that the environmental officers that actually even came to do the job did not do the job well, right? Because they are regulators actually, and they probably don't even know so much of what pesticides, pest control itself, because environment is wild, it's very, very wide. And you have impact assessments, you have sanitary, you have sanitation, you have all those things. So they might not even know the details of, okay, this is a German roach, this is a termite, this is how to carry out termite treatment. Sometimes most of them just think it's products and they just apply the products. So that's prolific nature of the industry needs to also be regulated in such a way that not everybody can just carry an equipment and go and do a job, right? So there needs to be first a review on the law, the acts. If we can review the documents, review the law, review the acts, I think we that's when we have an headway. The more we just keep talking about these things, we can say that PECAN needs to get involved, yes. PECAM members, even the part of the ESCO is who we mentioned that was battling with a papa for 4 years, over 4 years, and never had a proper result with them because the law itself is so confusing, very, very confusing. So first thing first, what I got out of this entire thing when we were discussing it on at the last PECAN meeting was first, review the law, review the act, amend it again. It needs to be re-amended. They reviewed it. In fact, the way they reviewed it from 2016 to 2024 made it extremely even harder. Because then it was stated that the permit should not be more than 10,000 naira. It should not be lesser. It should not be 10,000 naira for every permit that you want to get, right? From the local government, right? Because they are the ones that would go into, and even in the law, it states that when the pest control treatment has been done, the certificates of disinfestation should be stated and placed at the reception of that organization. So that's another thing. The labeling, the branding for the company, but are they doing it today? Those are the things that regulators are meant to check. So you actually even see, I mean, there was a case that somebody raised during the meeting, and he said that the regulator that signed that permit, I was just laughing at it because the regulator that signed the permit came back, inspected that facility, and said that that permit is a fake permit. Madam, is your signature that is there. Because the person did not pay this also XYZ amount, exact amount, so we are just where we are. And like what Mr. Mr. Flourish said was that, there needs to be that, even though it becomes a generational thing, everybody keeps going back to that same problem. And funny enough, is how every PECAN AGM, this same problem, every PECAN meeting, it comes up every time. AGM, it comes up every time. But I mean, there needs to be policy review. There needs to be a policy review on this particular note. And it's until when we come together collectively that we can actually address these things properly. When you have myself talk about it, you have Mr. Hamza talk about it, you have also. So, okay, please go ahead, sir.
You are saying the law should be reviewed.
The
So, but who is
policy.
going to take the policy? Who is going to take the initiative? Is it the association or who or how?
Good.
Because, like I said, it has been discussed several times, and the promise is that it's going to be handled, it's going to be done, it's going to be done.
Let me state something. I was in my MBA class yesterday, and somebody was talking about the fact that the law itself, everybody has a right. Everybody has a right. So individually, you can actually write a petition yourself as a person or as your organization, write a letter to the Federal Ministry of Environment. There's a Federal Ministry of Environment. There's a minister. You can actually write a letter and call for it. Then we can now have, by the way, if PECAN can do this, it will go a very long way, right? And PECAN now has a very good relationship with Econ. So if PECAN has, okay, please go ahead, sir.
So I said that's what I'm trying to say. If it has been discussed several times, I think PECAN should take it on. Even they can direct every one of us that, okay, oh yeah, this is the situation.
Sign a petition or something, or let's have a sign a petition.
You see, they should take the lead. Because, they said that in Yoruba land that Igigan, Kokendagoshi.
True.
I've never seen anything that make a forest. It has never been done. But, when we do collectively, it make it easy. But
again,
someone said to me that, this person has been in pest control for a long time. I said, I come and join PECA. I said, why do I want to join PECA? That they are using it to stop our money. They are using it to, you understand? So there are things that, when you get as a member, in fact, it should be something that you should be proud of. That, okay, This is what I'm getting from this application. This is, you know.
Yeah.
So, so I don't know how it will get to the leadership of the program because as it is right now, they are the one in charge. And I believe, in fact, I was talking to one of the local government people. They said they hate Peka. That's as if they are trying to go with that they don't give them. You understand that they are causing confusion. You see,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So the leadership need to be up and doing, especially when it comes to the members. I know they are trying. I'm not saying they are not trying, but I'm talking
Yes.
about in um, relative to what we are discussing now, especially the
Yes.
local government. You understand? If
Yes.
you don't know your way through local government, you go here when I'm telling you the truth. I
You
am
know,
just telling
that battle is a very, very is for who has a very strong heart because a lot of risk are involved with it. An example is like Mr. Yodeji has faced it. He has a luta spirit so much. So he can say bye-bye to a lot of jobs and nothing will move any. So I mean, but if everybody comes together, you said something.
Not everybody have that spirit though, because what Mr. Yodeji said, it's because he had this bold
Exactly,
thinking. So
that's my
not
point.
everybody,
Like, not for
not
example,
everybody
if
that,
if
that
Casa,
can do that. Someone
if
like
Ca-
me, someone like
ex-
is it
yes,
Mr. Shofu,
yes,
someone like me. I'm a my emotions always get over me sometimes. Are you getting me?
true, true,
Eh? So I don't want to, I can, when I go, to a certain point, eh, I may talk to you anyhow.
true,
Because if I realize the way I've lost so many, clients, for so
yes,
many years, due to this local government stuff, honestly, you will pity me. And you know
hmm.
how many schools are, lost like that? Many supermarkets,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So our last hope, honestly, the only hope we have now, in fact, more reason I joined the second is because of this local government. Probably they will fight it for us.
Yeah.
And
So I
our
think
African president, very close to the econ chairman and other VIP people at the federal level. They can discuss about these things so that they can, because they are not, in fact, the data posted this thing, and I wish I pick a client. So even get
yeah,
the client, it's not that easy.
true.
So to lose that client within the token of an hour, they will just condemn your job, and that's the end.
True.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
So, and the little one you have, you try as much as possible, to manage the whole situation. They will call you for, okay, come back. This place is not okay. Come and do it again. Okay, we will go. Try to satisfy them. But one day,
Mm-hmm.
just realize that local government just come. They tell you that they are supposed to be doing this thing. They just like package the place. How will you feel?
Mm-hmm. True. True.
So
No, I mean,
it is annoying. So our
yes.
only hope is second. That's my own final say.
There was
Our
there
only
was there
hope.
was there was an hotel that wanted to have us on a 1 year contract, but we did the first time, and I think after 3 days or so, because they usually have a particular duration at the end of the month, an exact date. Those environmental officers came to that hotel, and that man has been complaining before he actually even allow us do the first job. It was like, I will get to pay
Sorry.
double. Thank you. I'll get to pay double because if I pay you guys now, I still have to pay environmental officers that will come in. So there is that need of them. So now he had to just go ahead with them because even after paying us to do the bedbug treatment, he still later paid those guys. He still had to pay them because they were so adamant In fact, we tried doing this, they did not allow him. The man just said, you know what, don't worry. So it means that we've lost that particular client on its own. So I mean, I know the amount of money that I used to actually even get that particular client. But I mean, it's a problem that everybody is experiencing. So I agree with the fact that Preston Peckham needs to actually help us on this matter. But
It's
I
our
would
own.
not say because even the executives are also facing the exact problem. So there is likelihood of possible conversations going around in terms of this. Because you see, this problem is a very, 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 very dicey problem. In the sense that you have to, if you're going to do this, you have to offend a lot of people. That's the sincere truth. That's the sincere truth.
See,
Yes.
we say you are going to offend a lot of people. How? I don't. Who is offending
So,
you?
so I really don't want to go in
Uh,
detail on that, but like, for example, now, right? The regulators are the ones regulating this. We are in a very, how will we're in Nigeria, let me put it that way, right? But on a normal basis, it's not proper, right? But we need to actually stand up to that. So, Mr. Babasunde, okay, so I have two hands now. I've caused the problem.
But like the case of the client you are talking about,
Yes,
I think the clients themselves too, they need to understand how this thing works and stand on their rights. If they
exactly.
so it's not a matter
Exactly.
of they are forcing them to do anything. Like the hotel that they wanted me to do, and well, wisdom is needed anyway too, because the local government HOD was telling me that they are the one doing this, and I want to collect from them. I said, well,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's not my job. It's not that because I want to collect it from them. They are the one doing. I said I should come and do it. I said I should go my how do they say it now? Sugar whatever,
Sugar
you know.
coat, yes.
Eh, I try to use all the whatever. Then I say, okay, I'm going to register. I'm going to. I say, okay, I'm going to do it. Thank God, I have ECOM, so that one is not a problem. But they made me go through the rigorous of what
Mm-hmm.
ordinarily I should not go through them. Do you understand? So
Yes.
clients themselves, they must stand. If the client has lawyer, once they hear that they serve them whatever, and the client is insisting, and we too we need to try and explain to the company too. And like one of the companies that I'm doing, they too they get mouth. So local government will not just come and just talk to them anyhow.
Anyhow.
So they determine what they want to do. So clients too should have to know that they have rights, and nobody should force them to do
Exactly.
what they are what they are not supposed to do. So we
True.
should let them know. But that's what I used to tell them. I said, see,
That's another
especially when
point.
the what do you call it, Lasepa started going around. Lasepa wasn't part of the what do you call it, regulating the fumigation, not as in
Yes.
fumigation until the
They
COVID
yes.
time. You understand? They used to only do for the people that are selling chemical, not fumigation itself. You know.
Okay.
So and when I went to register and I took it to local government, in fact, they chased me away. They chased me away. They said, "What is this?"
Wow.
You know. So like that. So I have to tell my clients, I said, see, they don't have rights. It is only local government that have rights. If
Mm-hmm.
there is any other thing that they need to do that is within their rights. But when it comes to fumigation, they cannot. Once you see local government permit, what else do you want to see? You
Exactly.
cannot force anybody to come and register with what do you call it, with LASEPA. You know,
True. True.
they are doing their job, but this is like you said, this is Nigeria. They
Exactly.
just model up. They model up everything.
That's the
So far
problem.
money can
That's the
so far
problem.
money can come so far money can come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like this fumigation. See the way it is in Lagos now. You know, every HOD, just
Mm-hmm.
few of them, or if not HOD, any of their officers that have the understanding. And now the local government chairman self now know that there is money in it. So they now say they want to contract it out,
Mm.
you know, for their own. So that say nobody should come and that they are not giving it out to anybody. They have their contractor already. This is
Mm.
Toloba Tony. Sorry for taking an acronym.
Mm.
So
So, I mean, we are really, we
just
need
need
to,
to
yes. So I've gotten one major point, which is clients' education. So if the clients also know their rights, it solves the entire problem itself also. Mr. Badmos, quickly, because we are like very, very 4 minutes late again.
Good evening, SB.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining.
Good evening, everyone listening this night. Mr. Shofo, you have brought in a topic that has never been solved in decades. I approached Spectrum on this, and chairman have always, or president have always changed the topic, which I don't always. But one day I came to meeting, and I'm trying to like in my area, I see myself as the only one within that local government, about 4 or 5 local government within the Badagry zone. So I was like, if I go here, if I go, so I approached a particular local government through the person I know, that know the person that is the HOD there. And what I got was these people that will come and take over my job. Ah,
Hmm. That was from
you
the
know,
environmental health officer.
yes, that these people just take over all this job around here now. This and that he cannot. So they don't have to, well, we just pray for that guy to get to that position. He has not even spent 2 years. And I asked his brother, I said, he has not spent 2 years, but he has Lexus
Hmm.
as a civil servant. Should we put, he should come and put his salary down and tell us how he got the Lexus. Say, Malobe, Malobe, Malobe. I said, okay. I said, okay. So I put another local government within the same area. Do you know what happened? The HOD is a woman. She has people working for her, but they don't know anything. So when I was there, I not find out that these people don't know anything. We are talking about.
Hmm.
So the woman was like, come and work with my office. I said, work with the local government or work with your office. Say, I will be paying you by myself. This and that. So which I now discuss with some of our people. Now say, work with her and see. Work with her and see, and let's see. This woman just brought me 20 schools, said they have 30 schools on board. That
20
she's,
schools. These are
yes,
20 schools?
yes.
Jesus Christ.
So she gave me 20 schools. Do you know what she gave me to go and work?
What's
She
that?
bought 5 DDVP.
Hey.
And I went there. I collected the DDVP. I just give it to them. I removed one. What I'm telling you, engineer pumping know about it. Because at the end
Wow.
of the day, I asked engineer pumping, I see what engineer pumping said. You have caused trouble. You could have collected the DDVP and go and use a better chemical to do the job. I said, but
Yeah.
I would like to VVP and do schools. What will I get? It's their
Ha.
job. It's their job. Nobody, they don't go back. They don't have
Hmm.
callbacks. So he's telling me from his own
That's
experience
it.
that
You can't have
so
callbacks now.
they don't have callbacks. So
You
later,
can't.
this woman was just harassing me, doing everything. So I took a time, then I went to her office. This is the relationship I'm trying to talk about now
Mm-hmm.
in getting. I took my time. I went to the office. Well, what is it? I said, Mommy, did you read the label? What you give me is even more than the job. I caused trouble there because people operating for her used to take the chemical home because what they are buying.
Oh.
Do you understand me now?
Yes.
So, and I told her that me, I'm not disputing the chemical you bought. Did you read that is a little cup to this and these thousands of and these liters of water? Don't. So one of the people that is from Ogeto, I don't even know. He does approach my local government that he wants to learn more. I said, okay, no problem. Then I now found out the woman was attacking them, that they were thieves. They are stealing a chemical. So the boy now told me, I said, so this woman is using me to attack these people. I now stopped. But do you know that now in that local government, more than 7 officers are with me?
Wow.
Once they have any issue, they call me that, Oga, or they tell people within there, you have it, we'll call this man. This one will do the abeg leave madam, because she's eating alone. She don't want the officers to get anything. Everything that comes to her table is anybody can go to hell.
Hmm.
You know that from the local government, one of our relatives went to her. Do you know this boy? He said no. Do you know his name? He said no. Do you
So
know
I didn't
who is
get
he?
so I didn't get that. One of our that was
You know, local government, you must have somebody. Let me tell
yes,
you now,
yes.
one of the top 5 in the local government took me to her that what is the problem that he has been seeing me with her. And we have discussed. I said, discuss it here. Uncle, don't go. Let her tell you. She said I should work with her. I said, work with her or work with the local government. I said, you know, one thing is that they are independent in the local government.
Hmm.
Local government don't know their ranks, because they appoint them to local governments. So local government don't have say over them, only the chairman.
Hmm.
That is
Okay.
the issue.
Wait, sorry. Local governments don't have
Don't
say. I mean,
over them. Is
okay.
whatever they give to that local government in that area. But it's only
Mm-hmm.
the chairman that can say, this is what I want in my local government.
Oh. So
That is
that
why,
woman that gave you 20 schools was the chairman of that local government.
no,
Okay.
you know that
No,
the
it's
HOD
HOD.
of each local
Okay, the
government.
HOD, the HOD. Okay, of that department. Okay. I get it.
So now the HOD gives report of whatever that is happening in local government to the board. But local government don't have say in their department, because local government don't know anything about that organization than federal government just got these people to provide office for them.
Okay.
Like sending Mopo,
Just to make
sending
money for them.
what do you call it? Kai Y to
Mhm.
local government, just give us office. Like what
Yeah.
town planning now, that give them town planning office in local governments so that
Yeah.
they can regulate the buildings and get closer instead of coming to Alausa. Before you get to Alausa and start moving into those places, we will appoint people to be closer to the grassroots. That is how it is.
I
So I
love
got,
please go ahead.
okay, yeah.
You want to say something?
I said I got closer to that office to understand
Mhm.
that even in their offices, do you know that it they don't pay them?
Mm.
That a wish that local government can even just pay you by recognition.
Mm.
Do you know, if you don't go deep, you will know that these people are not paid. They are like
So that
voluntary organizations.
okay. Now we are seeing where the problem is.
That's
Sorry,
what the problem is. So what we
who are you talking about? Are you sorry? Hello? Are you talking about
hello?
the environmental officer?
Yes, sir.
No, they are
They
being
do
paid.
pay.
Though.
Oh.
I'm
They do,
They
telling
are
you,
being
no,
paid.
they do pay.
you don't
Uh-uh.
understand what I'm
No.
saying.
Hello?
So I understand what I'm saying.
Hello?
The local government
Okay.
will pay them recognition. Recognition.
Okay. And they're not getting paid from like the federal government. Is that what you're saying?
Federal government have a level of what they pay, what they raise as revenue is what they share. But working in a
Okay.
local government means you just come from an IT after your training. You go for health training and you are
Yes.
being you
Oh, okay,
understand now?
that's true. That's true. So they place them as interns. Yes. That's true.
Yes.
There was a time I was at Oyo State and I was hearing that most of the officers were like, "Oh, they have a class tomorrow," and I'm like, "These people are officers now. Why are they going to class?" But I mean, it just clicked now that they can actually be placed
That's
on
what is happening.
IT. That's
That is
true.
what is happening. So once they are, unless they get to that top, that's okay, you know.
Mm.
So now the suffering that they have suffered,
They
there's
just
nothing, there's
put the
nothing.
pressure on.
They just put this pressure that they want to make it by force.
I get it.
So now, do you know that there are some of them that their husband are just lower, that they cannot do nothing. They put their husband into this. I know somebody that will just go and hijack job. Her husband go and do it.
Okay, 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 okay.
That's what they do.
This
That's what they do.
this thing is
That's
deeply
what they do.
rooted. Oh. Wow.
That's exactly that's what they do.
Documenting all of them by being a friend to this, being a friend to that, being a friend to this, being a friend to that.
That's what I want to say now. I feel like also part of the solution is, we talked about it, which is educating the clients. Another part of the solution is actually be the friend of the government. You cannot change
What really happened
what you
is
ate.
what really happened is, see, when you have a street vibe,
Mm-hmm.
once they bring it in, me, I look like a body and I have my street vibe internally. So
Mm-hmm.
once they bring it in, I was just like, they attacked me, they did everything, was starting me to present. So what I just came out with all my trainings, that is
Yeah.
like a album. Yeah, who is
Mm-hmm.
asking for all this one? But you are talking to me now saying I've passed my boundary. I'm not trying to undo this. I'm not trying to. I said that day I told me, I said, your HOD cannot compete with me on this job. The man was looking at. I said, knock at the person's door. That is your HOD here.
That's true. You are right. They know
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
I told the
Mm-hmm.
person, I said, you are talking to me like this. Your HOD cannot. He don't look at me. I said, is it not a voluntary service? I pay to achieve all this. What did you pay? It's
Not
not brown and white.
you are right.
I said, is it not brown and white, brown and white shirt? I said, give me your name. You will leave this office. You will leave this vicinity and you will leave this local government now.
Hey, oh my God.
You know that kind of vibe now. I packed my things. As they were saying to this, I just packed my things and now left. I said, don't worry. In few minutes time, I will fish you out. I now left. When I go to pass, I went to one of them and said, talk to that guy. I go show and say, like, go share myself be. Because in the wear white. Say, oh God, don't go. They just went.
Instead of just use street OT. I like that.
What we do was 2,000 naira that somebody bought. I say, I'm all this thing for more and everything. You not pass 2,000 naira. You take. You are a good person. You do not even talk since. Before I left that day, all of them met me by the door.
So I
So
mean, it's good that we are looking at possible headways. Number one is clients education, and number two is also try as much as possible to be intertwined. Yes, sir.
Please,
shuffle,
let me just add this
shuffle.
to
Okay. Wait, sorry. Mr. Hamza wants to say
question.
something. Mr. Hamza
Okay.
wants to say something.
See,
Yes.
yes, like I said earlier, our last hope is the second. Are you getting
Mm-hmm.
me? Because
Yeah.
if second did not do anything, one day you just realize that everybody will be tired of these people, and before you know it, nobody will be, applying for second or even local government. Everybody will just, and at the end of the day, reverse back on a second.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's
That's
true.
just it, because
That's
if the
true.
organization believe that they
That's
can
true.
fight for you, they did not do anything. So I rather just quit the job. Maybe I'll just be doing house to house communication if they need my service. Are you
That's
getting me?
true. That's
But my own
true.
contribution to affect the second, other people contribution to affect the second.
That's true.
If they cannot help us, are
But
you getting me? Because
yes.
in a year, if you start calculating the amount of money we are going to pay to
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
will renew aircon every year. We will pay our
That thing
consultant.
shake
We
me.
will
Oh,
pay,
that thing shake me,
we will
honestly.
renew LASEPA. We will pay local
Honestly.
government. End of the day, in a year, you won't be, in fact, you will not even get anything.
That's
And you still want to
that's
continue with
another
such
angle.
business. So it's better you quit. And
Please
no,
don't
that's the
quit,
thing.
though.
No, no, no,
Don't
no.
quit.
Okay, now, do you know how much I spent to get the aircon? The
Econ
aircon
now is
alone,
in millions, oh.
aircon is 500K. The consultant 300K. That's the 800,000. Insurance, they have 3 years tax this thing,
That's
plus
clearance.
other this thing that you don't even plan for. Are you
Hmm.
getting me?
Yes.
So paying this money annually is easy. So
Hmm.
if a person cannot do something, and like what one of my guys said earlier that some clients should have a lawyer. Not all clients can be able to face these people. They use that power to do all their things to threaten
Hmm.
you,
Yes.
and before you know, you just surrender to them and go your own way.
Hmm.
There was
That's
this is
true.
there was a time they asked me to come to local government, eh, that they want to see me. Thankfully, I called one of my guys that I used to be business. He said, I should not go. That the last time we did the job, they asked me to come. At the end of the day, they locked him inside cell.
Eh, eh. Wow.
Eh? Hello?
Wow. So they locked the
Hello?
person. I can hear you, sir.
Hello?
Can you hear us? I think your network is.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, okay.
Can
I
you hear
think we
me?
lost. Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
They locked my partner up.
Wow.
So can you fight government?
Hmm.
In fact, about 4 years ago, and I went to like that was maybe totally what's it called? Hope. Then there is one this I attended in 2019, 2019 or 17. Then one of the two at Alausa. So they discuss about the local government also, blah blah blah. Okay, two years after, I met one of the head of administration there at Alausa. I complete the of local government. Do you know what the man told me? The man said, my brother, let me tell you the fact. Lagos State want to generate money.
Hmm.
Their government, federal government want to generate money. Local government want to generate money. So there's nothing I can do but to pay their money. You know,
Hmm.
I was, I was in shock. I
Hmm.
can't even say anything. I just open my mouth like this. The man said, that's the fact. I have to pay local government. You have to pay our own money. So that's the way.
I think
Since
this
then,
this
I just
problem is
gave up.
also
So the only
this.
way out is for Pekka to
Mhm.
fight it. If Pekka don't fight it, nobody will have interest in joining Pekka. And then you just like that the numbers of people there will just be diminishing. And before you realize it, automatically Pekka may collapse. That's just the thing,
Hmm.
no.
That's
So
another
thank you, my brother.
angle. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. That's another angle. Oh. But now the current executives they've announced it, and their tenure is ending this November. I think this AGM. So I think that enthusiastic, what's the English, if that's correct, like people who can actually help us fight battles with this aluta spirit, right? Should step forward and help with all these major problems. Because with time, honestly speaking, that's the sincere truth. With time, people will start to look at what exactly am I also gaining. But I mean, it shouldn't be. These are part of the challenges that we face in the business. It shouldn't be the reason why we want to quit, because now that a lot of people are getting to know what exactly pest management is all about compared to last year, compared to 2 years ago. So there is so much, and education will still continue. It's funny how this thing is actually deeply rooted than what I was even thinking, to the fact that, there's a point you mentioned now, sir, and the federal government wants to make money, the state wants to make money, the local government wants to make money. And that's the truth. And that's because in some states, it's just now that Tinubu has allowed the fact that local governments can also make their own money is also sent to local governments, not just the governors alone. So, but I mean, back then, local governments were not earning dime. They were not even recognized at all, right? So I think that's it's also rooted to who are we choosing as leaders to lead, maybe in the association, maybe in as a government itself, maybe in politics itself. So it's deeply rooted than what we think. And it's funny how even if Pekan, I mean, what I'm also even deriving out of this is even if Pekan fights this thing, the regulators themselves, for example, like what Mr. Badmus mentioned, the regulator, the HOD has access to that 20 schools. And that 20 schools now, if he or she does not, the person can actually register a company and she's probably not even part of the directors of the company. And,
So
and somebody else go and do the job. I
please
mean, so it's,
shuffle.
yes.
Shuffle. Please don't get it wrong. Oh.
Okay.
Out of the list, she gave me 20 schools
20 schools out of the list.
of our list.
Wow.
Out of
Wow.
our list, the list that came in was almost 60. So she divided
Nice.
into, yeah, I could remember, she divided it into three because those brothers fighting for me in their space, he said just because of them, she wants to give me 20 schools.
Wow.
Do you understand?
People are saying the way to get
So
job now is to go to
you have
all
not
these
even had the
local
part of
governments.
it. The 20 school, after I finished with the 20 school, she gave me 20,000 naira.
Eh? Wait.
I've never heard part of it.
Wait. My God.
That is the office I want to work with. So I now told her, I said, is it for transport or for the job?
But out of the 20 schools that you did, I don't think I heard that right. Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yo,
Oga,
Honestly, I've ended this show since so this is like 30 minutes extra, but like,
you know,
this is getting
please,
interesting.
you know,
I want to hint you the things you. They are seeing money from different angle. So whatever
Hmm.
they're coming on pest control is a plus to them.
Jesus
From that
Christ.
place, warehouses and hotel with
Mm-hmm.
some eateries, I was saying 60K for 10 to 15 hotels and bars. So he now put one officer on duty that he will not promote that officer if he did not press me to go and do that job.
Wow.
So the boy was now begging me, saying, Madam, give me your number. He said that they give me official car. So for I was
Ah,
being transported like a VIP to go and do job. They brought their van to my
consultant,
house.
lead consultant.
So
Oh my God.
I told the boy was begging me that they have not converted him to officer. And Madam have put that thing on him that if you do not hold this guy to finish this job, he will not promote you to officer.
Wow.
The guy was now begging me. So when we now get to one of the warehouses, shuffle, I now tested the woman that no chemical, nothing. I was doing my job with my own this thing. He said, God will bless you. God will bless the work of your hand. This and that. I said, where is the money?
Oh, God will bless you, my God.
Local government have collected that's the pain. Local government have collected the money. That she's just looking for a way to settle me. I said, then write letter that I do the job. I should take it to local government. I know the paymaster. I know the HOD. I know the CEO. City.
Yes.
Give me everything. I will work alone by myself. My money will come out. This
Hmm.
woman did not pick my call.
Wow.
So if you know your way around, then it's just by relating with the junior or go to the top. That's my point now.
Hmm. Just
President
go
of
to the
them
top.
that relating with them. Don't go to the
Hmm.
top.
Okay, don't
Don't go
go to the
outside.
top.
Yes.
Okay.
The top officers don't go.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So like work with
That.
the junior officer. Hmm.
So once you see them doing that environmental whatever, maybe let me give you another those that want to relate. On Thursdays, that you know that they will come out to
yes,
Mm-hmm.
environmental for those
that.
stuff.
Yeah. So once you get one or two, these are the ones that will give
Mm-hmm.
you internal hit. And that's why I entered two local governments with both chests.
Mm. 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 Mm.
So the junior officers will give you the hints of a senior officers that knows the way out.
Mm-hmm.
They know that once something is difficult, is this person that they used to push. You know, well, don't go this person na Sabio.
Hmm.
Do you understand me now?
Yes,
Can you believe
yes.
that I've not even write a lawsuit over anybody before under one person's administration?
Hmm.
And the people were that how can we be environment? They want
Your network is breaking.
do you know
Your network
the
is frustrating.
office
And your gist is important.
can,
Hey, oh my.
can
I don't
you
know.
hear
Using Yeah, I can hear you, but like it's fluctuating.
can you hear
Wow,
me
wow,
now?
wow.
Let
Yeah,
me
I can
change
hear you now.
position.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the local government, the officers, they were so mad with the HOD that how can we have such HOD? We have worked with several HODs. At least this court paper, they used to go and get it for them in order to threaten clients. And this one, anything that comes is just collecting. It not even go to legal.
Hmm.
There's no way they go to court. They have past 8 years.
Wow.
Ah, do you understand me now? So
Yes.
those people to have their internal things
Hmm.
that HOD believe
Eh, So there's also internal challenges that they are also
facing because there are some people that will go and threaten. At the end of the day, when the person comes to the office and meet the elders, he just collects the thing and say go. When you have threatened the person that you are coming to seal that place, are you seeing me?
Yes. Wow, 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 wow,
The
wow.
they have internally. So this junior officers, if they now see somebody that can cover up for them and do the job, they prefer to use your license, do the job, and say the job has been done because they are the one inspecting.
Okay. Oh, oh,
That
oh,
is the
oh, oh,
anybody
oh.
that pick that kick can hold to it.
Walai. Well, now, honestly, that is it.
Do you know how many of them I've worked for with my license?
Jeez.
And they are the one that
Honestly, if you don't understand that OT, forget it. Yes. My God. That's why I think for
I'm not
elders.
surprised. I'm not surprised when he said, I'm not surprised when he said the woman gave him 20,000 for about 20.
That's
If you
that's where
can,
that's where the challenge is. They
if you
just
know,
underpay and
if you know how they charge, if you know how they charge, honestly, you will use hammer to break their head.
honestly,
They
Shofu
will
they are
gather like
collecting 10,000 naira from
they will
schools.
gather like 10, they will gather like
Jesus.
10 to 15 schools together. They will gather like 10 to 15 schools together. They may ask each school to pay 10,000. They
Ah,
don't care if I'm telling you, they don't care if it's a story building.
my
You see
God.
that
They don't care if it's a story.
we mentioned the same thing and 10,000. Some even pay 5,000 and say don't
I,
worry about it.
yeah, see, in fact, there was a woman that called me for his neck issue. And I went there, I explained some things that the woman need to put in place. But the woman told me that the local government has been the one doing it. But they never told me all this. They never do that. They never do. I said local government. That's a different story entirely, man. So I don't want to talk about it. So let me just face
Wow.
my own job, man. So I
Wow.
now had to advise the woman that if the woman had the issue of respect like that. So I told the woman, you have to cut all the trees here, and do some other things without even using chemical.
Mm.
So that's where they be, they go to the private school, the organization like that, they always find their way of, getting into their habit. They just charge them 10,000, 15,000 naira.
Mm.
They will get the money in bulk like that.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? They get the money
It
in
makes
bulk.
sense to them
So,
like that.
so,
It makes sense.
they just
Somebody
need,
don't wake up and get
so
200,000 in a month.
yes, now, so
Wow.
they just use 1 liter of chemical to do
Hmm.
1,000 liters of this to just pay it everywhere, give them the certificate. It's not as
Hmm.
if they know anything about the job. The training,
That's
It
that's
zero.
but but but
to
but,
the
but
funniest
they
thing
are
that
they
it
are
must not very well.
regulators.
It must smell very well. If you smell very well, I think be
But
say you don't
this thing is giving me a dick because they are the ones that are supposed to tell us this is the products, this is the best products to use, this is the best procedure to carry out, this is the best equipment to use.
Where would they,
when the
where
HOD
would
give
they,
me work,
where
I said, Madam, are you killing rats or you are killing? He said, what? The chemical can be enough.
My
And I
God.
said, okay, it's true. It's bait they are using for rats. It's bait. Go and do the thing. You are still
Ah.
asking for. I'm telling.
They
See,
know
if you are
nothing. They know
motivating
nothing.
yourself,
They know nothing.
So, this matter is deeply rooted.
I have
I feel like
somebody that went there to show
yeah.
them base station. They were asking, what is this?
Hmm. And those are the things they are meant to be checking when they go to facilities.
I
So
say there no
So
more.
we, Ogashofu, we pay for all this thing that we are acquiring. But them, they don't use their money to achieve.
they don't do
Apart from the exam they do to get their promotion. Anything
mhm.
aside that, forget about it.
I
It's
mean,
not as if they know anything about the
this topic is deeply rooted, and I mean, I've
Okay.
passed 30 minutes or in fact 40 minutes past my normal time. Um, all right, so thank you very much. I mean, it's been a wonderful time having this very, very robust conversation on regulatory procedures and policy on pest management itself. And I really look forward. There are a lot of things that I've actually pinpointed down or written down here, looking at solving this problems. Together we can make a change. We all know the problem, and that's the problem itself. It's the fact that everybody knows the problem, and some way somehow we all have individual solutions. But in that route, we cannot individually solve the problem if we don't come together to solve the problem. So there needs to be that collaboration, there needs to be that collaborative effort, there needs to be that conversation between the regulators and the practitioners themselves. And I think that even the regulators needs to probably educated too. So we'll take it up from several procedures, several ways. Because honestly, I was in fact little I don't even know so much about these things, but like right now I've gotten much more information. Personally, I'm also going to go back and rewatch this conversation, roundtable conversation today again. And I'm also also imploring everyone to also watch it again, share with people. And together when we share with people, these things can actually even get to the right tables, and the right people who are going to help us in solving this problem. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today's roundtable. The roundtable conversation happens every last Sunday of the month, where we pick major topics and address it. Last month was about employees, staff, retention, and all those things. We're able to draft it. Last week I had a guest, a HR consultant, talked about tax and a lot of people. I mean, sorry, about employees employer relationship. A lot of people learned a couple of things. You can also watch most of the videos on our YouTube channel. And for everyone who is actually watching the video right now on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, share the videos. That's the best of the week. If you want to also get industry news, industry updates every month, every week, we now have a newsletter that is going out every week. We share news updates, industry news, what is going on in the industry events, highlights of what's going on. And also, if you have important articles in your organization, you can also send it to us. I would put the email to send it to in the description. Then also just info@pestinsights.org. Um, Also, every time I announce that, there's an apprenticeship program that the Pesticide Initiative is going to start, a 3-month training for from June to August 2026. And we are training young people to create more workforce. So the Pest Insights Initiative basically is addressing major challenges in the industry, from education to policy to quality education to the right workforce to right product. So we're taking it step by step, step by step. And I mean, somehow we can actually even look into this policy itself. But we take it step by step. So thank you very much, everyone. I really look forward to you. Keep posted to the Pest Experience Show every Sunday, 7 to 8 p.m. West African time. Tonight's show is like spectacular. It's a different ball game entirely, and I really enjoyed the conversation. And I mean, it also boils down to the fact that we have so much to learn, so much to do, so much to also inquire about, and also get involved with what is going on in the industry. So thank you very much for Mr. Yomi Hamza for participation, Mr. Babatunde Badmos. I think I had Mr. Isaac joined in later on, late. Rolly Solomon, sorry, Mr. Solomon joined in late, joined in also in the conversation. Then also Mr. Flourish also joined in. Pastor Flourish also joined in. Also on the show. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for collaboration. Thank you for listening to Best Insights, Best Experience show. I see you on the next one, 7 to 8 p.m. West African time on Best Insights Initiative on YouTube channel. My name is Mitchell Babalati Philos. I'll see you on the next one. Good night.